All right, it's Wednesday. So, I mean, you guys already fucking know what that means. It is time for the second leg day of the week. And if you can't tell already, I am not going to start this leg day off with stiff-legged deadlifts. I've noticed I've done stiff-legged deadlifts 2 weeks in a row now on the second leg day of each week. And I'm starting to notice my lower back just being continuously sore. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know what the cause is. I don't know why it's doing it. Probably several things is the reason. But again, until I really hone in on what it is, I'm beginning to wonder if I'm just out, if I need to go to the chiropractor. Honestly, even if I'm not out, I should probably go. But I'm starting to wonder if that's not what it is. But yeah, so no stiff-legged deadlifts today. Actually, I'm probably going to do, what sounds good right now is, I think I'm going to do 2 sets unilateral. And those 2 sets, like when I normally do unilateral sets on here, those 2 sets would be a little heavier, somewhere in the heavy 8 to 12 rep range each leg. And then I'll follow it up with 2 sets bilateral, and that will be a little lighter, somewhere in the 15 to 20 rep range. Again, that's just because the machine doesn't go heavy enough when I go bilaterally. So that's kind of how I have to do it. But I think I'm just going to do 4 sets here, potentially a drop set, I don't know. And I'll probably just match that on leg extensions, do 4 sets the same way. Start with 2 unilateral, 2 bilateral after that. And then honestly, I think I'm going to do the unilateral leg press that I did last Wednesday. I really like the way that felt. And again, just me being fucking lazy. I didn't have to put 10, 11 plates on each side just to make it hard, like when I go bilaterally. So, I mean, I think last week I only went up to 4 plates a side, so 8 plates total, and I did 1 leg each. But honestly, if I remember right, it felt pretty easy. Like, it was challenging enough, especially since that's the first time I've ever tried that. You know, I didn't want to push my limits too far, being the first time. It felt heavy enough, but I think today I'm going to try to work up to 5 plates each side. And just, I don't know, just see how it feels. But I think I can, just, judging off how it felt last week. I really want to push myself on that today, since I'm not doing any heavy stiff-legged deadlifts. I mean, it's really going to be nothing fancy or crazy here, except for maybe when I get to the leg press. So that's really where I want to push it. But yeah, man, I think this is the first time I've done cardio this week. The past 2 days of work have been pretty rough. Today, not bad. So I was like, I only did 12 minutes. And actually, you guys will be proud of me, hopefully. I actually did 12 minutes on the bike. That was it. I think I only burned like 190 calories. But then I went back there and did, what was the total? 470 total reps of different variation of crunches and stuff. So yeah, I actually trained abs today for the second time this week. I want to start doing that. I used to only hit abs once a week, every Sunday before my heavy squats. But I want to get back into, I'll start off just adding 1 extra ab day, try to carry that on for a month or 2, and then try to just slowly add, I don't know, I might not go over 3 ab days a week, but try to bump up to 3 days after that, and just see what happens. But I haven't even really started warming up on this. I just shouldn't need too many warm-up sets. Like I said, I already did 12 minutes on the bike, 470 crunches. We'll start warming up here, and then we'll get into the first set. Honestly, I'll probably just do one more warm up set here. I'll normally just kind of climb, each notch of weight until I get to my working weight. But I might this could be a mistake, but I'll probably skip one, go to 90, uh, do a warm up, and then kind of I really don't even know where I want to work in terms of how much weight. So I'll try to judge it off how this feels. But yeah, we'll do one more warm up and then get into that first set. All right. Well, I really want to challenge myself on these first two sets. I want to go a little heavier because, again, the next two after these initial first two will be on the lighter side just because I have to do it that way. So, I don't know. This might be a mistake, but I'm going to try 110 for each leg, do a couple good sets here. Again, I'm fine that I'm okay if it's in that 8 to 12 rep range. I just want it to be challenging. So if I only get 8, I only get 8. As long as they're good reps and it's, intense, and that 8th rep is pretty much the last one I could have done. I'll probably try to push it to failure on every set here today. Maybe not every set, but the majority of them. I'd say at least 70 or 80% of the sets. So, say I only do 10 sets of legs today, which honestly I plan on doing a little more than that, but just to keep it simple math here, if I only do 10 sets, I like at least 7 or 8 of those sets to be to failure. So, again, I don't always recommend this. I actually recommend the opposite. I recommend, say you're doing 4 sets here, maybe just one of those sets go to absolute failure. If you're feeling really good, you can push it to 2 sets to failure, and kind of do that on all the exercises you do. But every now and then, I like to do this, just to make sure I'm really challenging myself. Because sometimes, it's a very fine line. Sometimes you can, you can dial it back, and then you've been doing it so much you don't even realize that you're dialing it almost too far back. It starts to get to the point to where, like I said, you're doing the majority of the sets not to failure, and then over time you don't even realize that you're not really pushing yourself like you should. So every now and then I think it's good to do this as long as you're feeling up to it. Pick it on a day that you're feeling pretty good. Today I feel, well, we'll see how this first set goes. I think I feel good. I might not feel good at all, but yeah. You know what? Let's skip the bullshit here. Let's just try it and see. Now, since I didn't actually fail, per se, if I would have tried one more rep, I would have failed. I wasn't going to get it. So, in my opinion, you don't technically have to fail to call it a failure. If you stop at that rep because it was so difficult that you weren't getting another one, you can kind of pick that up over time, the more experience you get in the gym. But yeah, if you stop like that because you can feel it, I wasn't getting another one on each leg, I consider that failure. And sometimes it's safer to do it that way. But yeah, pretty simple. We'll do one more set like this, and then 2 bilaterally, and then move on. Oh shit. Holy shit. Now, some of you out there might differ in opinion here. That's okay. I still feel like, although we're getting more data and more science behind training, it's still not an exact science in certain aspects. But in my opinion, when you train like with that intensity, you don't need many sets like that to stimulate a response from your body. Kind of like what Mike Mincer said, but I do think you need to train more than what he was saying. I kind of meet in the middle there. I think a couple intense sets like that, maybe on a couple different lifts per body part each session. So like I said, 2 sets here like this, a couple of sets on leg extensions, and then the other half of the sets that I do on these 2 are going to be higher rep, a little more, just getting a ton of blood and a crazy pump and burn. It's got to be a good balance, I feel like. So, but where Mike Mincer kind of fell on one side of that coin is he said just a couple, I believe it was only like 1 intense set of 2 or 3 separate exercises per body part per training session. So on a chest day, he might only do 3 working sets, all of them very intense. I just feel like for a lot of people, that's not enough volume. For some people, it is. It really is. But it's a very small percentage. So that's kind of why I'm saying I fall somewhere in the middle of each side of that argument. I think you do need 2 or 3 or 4 intense sets like that. But then you also need sets where you just get more volume, a crazy pump and burn, and challenge your muscle in that way. A little bit of both. So I don't know. Hopefully I make sense with what I'm trying to say. But I think it's, again, a little bit of both. So all right, let's now we'll do some bilateral sets. So I will max it out. Now, real quick, if you guys didn't notice, I started with my left leg on the second set here of the unilateral. On the first set, I started with my right. I don't typically do that, but honestly, I wish I did, and I'm probably going to start doing that more. Anytime I do unilateral, I'll start with one side, and then the next set I do it the other side, and however many sets I do, I'll just kind of alternate which side I start with. It's just a good way to make sure you're balanced, because if you always start with one side, I mean, it's not direct fatigue, but your left leg, or just your body in general, is going to be fatigued after you do that initial first, say, like right leg, like I started with on the first one. So just generally, you're going to be a little fatigued. So it's going to be harder for your left leg each time. So it's good to kind of switch it and start with the opposite side, maybe each set. And honestly, I wish I'd been doing that longer, but it's, the point of going to the gym is to get better and learn. So, and I always kind of knew I should do that, but I just didn't for whatever reason. I honestly can't even give you guys a good reason. As long as you get to the right, as long as you come to the right conclusion of what you should be doing, doesn't matter when. It's just as long as you get there, So I kind of realized that, and so yeah, I'll probably keep doing that. But let's go straight into this next one. Fuck. All right, one more here, guys. And who am I kidding? It's almost a guarantee I'm going to do a drop set here. So Come on. Whew. Maybe went just a little too fast in this set. Whew, that was tough. And you know how I get to be rewarded after that? Doing a fucking drop set. That's my reward. Now, it probably looked like I could have done a couple more, but trust me, if I did, they would have been really, really ugly form. My hamstrings, and for some reason, my shins right here. I don't know if I just had my feet flex so hard, and I didn't really notice it until this last set, but they were burning. So yeah, that was it. Let's check the quads real quick. You guys know how I like this lighting right here. Damn, felt that in my hamstrings. Fuck. Whew, all right, let's do some leg extensions. All right, after a couple, actually 3 to be exact, little feel out sets here. They weren't even sets. I just did like 5 reps and then just climbed and weight. After doing about 3 of them, I think that I have it on 205. That'd be good for 2 sets, unilateral, you know, 1 leg at a time. Probably have me between 8 and 12 reps, I think. The only thing I will say is, on the very last feel out set, I had it on 190, and I just did a couple reps with each leg. My left leg, the one that's been bothering me, I did have that slight little pain in my knee again. I'll just have to keep an eye on it. I only have 2 sets at this weight, like with this intensity. So if I can push through, you know, obviously I'm still going to be safe and smart about it. If it just feels that bad, I'll quit and try to figure something else out. But like I said, only 2 sets. If it's you know, not too bad and I feel like I can just push through, I'm going to. It's just 2 sets. You know what I mean? So again, if I can push through, I'm going to try. So we'll see. But yeah, let's get into this first one. Yeah, it's there. I don't like that, man. Well, I made it through 1 set. I only have 1 more, so I'm going to try to just power through. Not that bad. It's, again, man, like I said Sunday, it's very minor, but it's just enough to where I can still train legs, but it still affects it just a little bit. You know, I got to be careful to where I don't make it worse. but I can still train them. So it's like, again, you just gotta be careful. But yeah, fuck it, let's go to 210. It's only 5 more pounds, but that'll add up when you're just doing one leg. So it might bring me down around 10-ish reps, and that should be good. All right, same thing with hamstrings. I'm gonna start with the left leg this time instead of the right. Up. Again, felt a little pain. It's not terrible, so all I can do is just monitor it, try to train through it as long as I feel like it's still viable. Just try to ice it, It honestly just feels like inflammation from, I guess, either overtraining, not getting proper rest, both maybe. Yeah, it's just based off some inflammation problems I've had in the past. That's just what it feels like. So, but yeah, I think these two bilateral sets will be a little easier on it because I'm doing, both legs at the same time. But we'll see. All right, let's do a quick drop set. Holy shit. Get me out of there. Yep. That was good. That was really fucking good. I got nothing after that. Let's just move on. Let's just move on to the leg press. You like that shit? Alright guys, honestly. So yeah, last week I did these unilateral sets with 4 on each side. I'm having trouble remembering how many reps I even did. Yeah, I don't know. So really, I don't even know how many I'm going for here. To be honest, I'd be happy with even 8 good controlled reps. But obviously, if I can do more, I'll do more. But yeah, this is just me. Like I said, I did this last week for the first time. unilaterally. I liked it, liked the way it felt. More specifically, I liked that I didn't have to put so many fucking plates on there. But yeah, I liked it. So we're gonna add a plate on each side. If it ends up being just too heavy, I don't think it'll be too heavy. What I think might be the problem here is that it's gonna make me rush the reps. And at this point in the workout, you know, I don't want the weight to be the limiting factor. I'm already 10 sets in on legs, so I want good controlled reps here, but I still want it to be challenging. So, it's a fine line. You gotta find it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find exactly where a good working weight is for me, but also still challenging enough in terms of how much weight, but also controlled good reps. So I guess I quit procrastinating here and let's fucking see. Oh man. Ah. Not bad. I think I'll try 2 more sets like that. Try to do 9, but get whatever I can. So, and who knows? I'll probably do 2 more sets here and then wait like 20 or 30 seconds and then go into a drop set with both legs and just do what I can. One more unilateral with a drop set. I'm probably going to try to push this next set on both, on the unilateral and the drop set, as close to failure as I can. And then we'll call it, man. Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I went into this last set pretty quick. I don't know, it's still a good set, I guess, but I thought I'd get more, but I gotta remind myself I only rested probably a little over a minute. So all right, let's rest like 20 seconds. Actually, probably closer to 30. And then we'll go into a set bilaterally. I will say real quick while I'm resting, on these sets, I normally try to put my foot on the middle of the platform to get an even balanced quad and glute and hamstring contraction. You know, the higher your foot, the more you're going to hit hamstrings and glutes. The lower you put your foot, the more quad focused. So usually I'm about mid platform, but since my knee's bothering me, I brought my feet up higher and I'm pushing, I'm pushing more mid foot / through my heels. So that way I feel it a little more in my hamstring and glutes today. You're still going to feel it in your quads some, but like I said, it just depends where your foot is and where you're pushing through. If you want to feel it through your quads the most, go as low as you can comfortably without any pain or anything, or to where it just doesn't feel awkward. Put your foot as low as you can and push through your toes. And then the opposite if you want your hamstrings. So just try to protect my knee a little bit. Once my knee starts feeling better, I'll go back to what I usually do. All right. I think it's been longer than 30 seconds, so. Legs are done. They are done. Woo. All right. Let's go check on them and see what they're looking like. Man, I really like. No, let me emphasize. I really like the way this leg day feels, at least for the second one of the week. If I only trained legs once a week, like I did years ago, I would always try to incorporate some kind of squat, whether it be a hack squat or belt squat, barbell. But since I'm hitting legs twice, honestly, this second day feels, in a different way, feels just as good. No squats at all, just machines and really, just really making sure I'm getting good reps and really just isolating the leg and specifically getting a good, healthy balance for each leg when I do all these unilateral sets. Just feels really good, man. Really fucking good. I don't even want to stand up because my legs are still, they're still fucking pumped, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I may have to wait another minute, but I'm gonna try. Let me scoot this back some. Try to do some posing. Let's see. Oh my god, I can't even. really gotta wait. Okay. Legs are shot. They are freaking shot. Oh man. That's good though. You know what? I want to try a couple. Well, not a couple, but I want to try some posing shirtless too. I will say the bulk is, again, I've said this before, starting to have its effect. So I don't look as diced as I like to look. I think most people could say that though when they're on the bulk. Fuck it, let's get a look. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can see it, but as I was posing, my legs almost made me fall over. They just, I don't know, man. Just one of those days. I guess I hit them really good, or well, I know I hit them good, but it's just they're just feeling it a little extra today. Oh boy. That's all I got. That is all I got, man. Let's just call it there. We'll call it a day and fucking get out of here. I'm going to make sure that I get some good sleep tonight, or my legs might be pretty sore tomorrow. Alright, let's see if I can get up out of here without falling over. Whoa. Yeah. Let's call it there.